Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, taught me this truth and rule well. Salutation and salutations to the brothers out there that are laboring and pushing this truth and in sincerity and in charity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To you I say Shalom, to the Akim and to the Akwaf, that'll be you brothers and sisters, Adawan Ratazah, that is to say, Lord willing. Hopefully by the end of this lesson, you be edified. This is your brother Amawan Ibad from the GMS Miami Camp, Heralds of Yahweh Shai, 144, back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, to feed the lambs of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai has commanded. And this lesson is going to be going into the prophecy of World War III, okay? Going into doomsday, okay? Doomsday, okay? Judgment day, the day of judgment, okay? So I'm gonna play a video, all right, from the elder over there across the pond over there in England. It's lucky I forget the elder's name. But his channel is Babylon is Falling. Okay, I was listening to this video yesterday at the job, and I heard Elder Apostle Tahar did a line back off of his video today. I was listening to it not too long ago. So the Spirit got on me to just do a little line back, all right, off of the video, off of the Elder's video. So this is not going to be a long lesson because I'm on my lunch break and I kind of getting off to a late start. So it's going to be about 10 minutes, around 10 to 12 minutes, all right? But I'm going to let a portion of this video play, and I'm going to get a few precepts, all right? And Lord willing, all right, by the end of this lesson, you'll be edified. But it's going into, all right, the prophecy of World War III, all right, doomsday. As you know, all right, the clock has been moved closer to midnight, all right? All right, so as the brother lesson is entitled, Doomsday Clock Moves Closer Than Ever to Midnight in Apocalyptic Warning, all right? So again, subscribe to the Elder's channel and be edified, all right? GMS Babylon is Falling. All right, so let me play a portion of the video, and we're going to get some precepts, and that'll be that. Lord willing, you be edified, all right, by the end of this video. So here we go.
So as always, I'd like to give all the praises and the glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone, to the bishops. Shalom to you as always. Shalom to the 144,000 elect of the nation of Israel. And shalom to the 1/3, the Israelites that are scattered across the four corners of the world and mixed amongst the nations. As you can see from the title, Doomsday Clock moves closer than ever to midnight in apocalyptic warning. Doomsday Clock moves closer than ever to midnight in apocalyptic warning. So without further ado, let's hit play.
And let me put up a quick disclaimer, all right, because the elder put up his disclaimer on his video. But seeing that I'm going to play the video that he played, all right, let me just put up a quick disclaimer for my channel, all right. Fair use, Copyright Act of 1976 under Section 107, all right, fair use is permitted, all right, as I'm not using this video, all right, for monetary gain, all right, this is just for educational purposes, for teaching purposes. So once again, Copyright Act of 1976 under Section 107, fair use, all right? All right, so let's let it play.
The bulletin's able to inform the public about the nature of the threats facing humanity and to encourage them to actually get more involved, to take action, and to be aware of whether or not we're moving closer to or farther away from our own destruction.
Last year, the bulletin set the doomsday clock at 89 seconds to midnight, the closest to disaster it's ever been. So now the question is, how does this year compare to last year?
Thank you for joining us today.
My name is Alexandra Bell, and I am the president and CEO of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. It is the determination of the Bulletin's Science and Security Board that humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risks that endanger us all. We thus move the clock forward. The Doomsday Clock is a tool for communicating how close we are to destroying the world with technologies of our own making. The risks we face from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies are all growing. Every second counts, and we are running out of time. It is a hard truth, but this is our reality. It is now 85 seconds to midnight. This is the closest the world has ever been to midnight.
You heard that? 89 seconds to doomsday, man. All right? Yeah, we're here, man. World War III. You can see these different nations, they jockeying for position. Okay? You see what's been going on in these different countries. All right? Ukraine, Russia. All right? You see it being happening in these different places, man. Iran. All right? Over there in Palestine. All right? Yeah, we in those times. The scripture speaks about war and rumors of war. Okay, let me grab a quick precept. Let me grab a quick precept. Let's get me start off with Revelation 16 and 16. Real quick, we could get that. This is our Revelation chapter 16. Bear with me here. Revelation chapter 16. All right. Verse 16, it says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, or Har-Magad-1, which is in the Hebrew is Har-Magad-1, Har meaning mountain, all right, Gad meaning troop, all right, Har-Magad-1, the one make it plural, so it's mountain of troops. That's what the Lord said he gathered in these nations, man, okay, because why? The Most High, he mustered the host of the battle, as the scriptures tell you, okay, it's the Lord that's gathering these nations, man, to make it happen, okay? Because none could resist his will. The scriptures tell you, Proverbs 21 and verse 1, the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. He turneth it whithersoever he will, okay? So the Most High is in control of all things, man. He's making it happen. Let's get Joel chapter, this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, when you read it verbatim, but we know it to be Yahweh Shaphat, which is the Lord's judgment, man, Yahweh's judgment. Okay? And I will plead with them there, plead meaning judge. And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So that's what this is about, the controversy of Zion, man. The Lord said he's going to gather these nations, man. Okay? That's what's going to happen. World War III. And it's the Lord who's doing it, man. He mustered the host of the battle. Okay? So let's go back. All right, let's go back. And let's let the video continue to play.
In nuclear, we are seeing leaders across the globe with nuclear weapons accelerate their development of new weapons, talk about arms racing and trying to outdo the other, the possibility of resuming nuclear testing, deploying new, more dangerous types of nuclear weapons, and active conflicts among and between nuclear states and in regions of nuclear tension. You have now many countries around the world investing tens of billions of dollars to modernize and diversify their nuclear arsenals. You're seeing the leaders of those countries talk more willingly about the utility of nuclear weapons, not just in a political...
You see that? That's the same chapter I was just read from, Joel, the 3rd chapter. I read the 1st and the 2nd verse. I'm going to go back to that and jump down to like about the 9th verse. It goes into that, how the weak saying they're strong in these times. You have these nations that they're diverting their funds from one sector, all right, or from the economy or their agriculture, and they're actually pumping it into their military, man. Why? Because that is to fulfill prophecy, man, and we're gonna get it.
Just in a political sense, can we use our nuclear weapons to deter our adversary, or can we use our nuclear capability to coerce our competitors into certain actions? But to actually use nuclear weapons on the battlefield, as Russia has threatened to do, as Pakistani officials have threatened to do, and you see what we refer to as arms race instability. And this is how we ended up with over 70,000 nuclear weapons between the United States and Soviet Union during the Cold War. The decline has stopped, and we're now seeing the growth begin again, and the potential for a worldwide arms race is upon us. In 9 days, the last remaining...
You hear that? An arms race. You see? That's what's going on right now, man. Okay? Because it's all to fulfill prophecy.
Agreement between the United States and Russia that limits the number of strategic nuclear weapons they can each possess and deploy will expire. And there is no agreement to replace it. So for the first time in generations, both of these countries will be free to deploy as many nuclear weapons as they want or believe they need. That is the fundamental spark for what could be a nuclear calamity.
So, as he said, in 9 days, that treaty expires. All right? It expires. And there is no new treaty in place. The doomsday clock is closer to midnight than it's ever been. And right now, it is 85 seconds. As you can see here. Well, step up a little bit more.
Yeah. We're here.
85 seconds to midnight.
Yeah, we're here, man. That's why these nations are they say they have about 9 more days left before that treaty is completely off the table, and these nations just gonna be investing in their militaries and their armies, man. Okay, so let's go back to the precept. Okay, let's go back to Joel. Okay, this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords." See, a plowshare is a farming tool. Into swords. Sword is a fighting tool, man. Okay. It says, "In your pruning hooks into spears." See, let the weak say, "I'm strong." They're leveling the playing field by going nuclear. Okay? It says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord." See? "Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat," Yehoshaphat, we know it to be. "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about," right? Because at the end of the day, it's the Lord that's doing it, man. World War I was prophesied. It's in the scriptures. It came to pass. Revelation, all right, 9 and 12, I believe it is. All right. Revelation, World War II is in Revelation 11 and 14, which speaks about World War II and World War III. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. It says, "The second woe is past," right? The Second World War, all right, just as well as the First World War. Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past. One world war. One woe is past. Woe means destruction, death and destruction. All right. It says, "One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter." So World War II, right? That came to pass already, 1939 to 1945. World War I was about 1914 to 1917, right? And now World War III, all right, it's Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14 again. It says, "The second woe is past," World War II, "and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." See, the third woe cometh quickly. Now, when you go to Revelation chapter 8, it tells you, Revelation chapter 8 and verse 13, "And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, World War I, woe, World War II, Woe, all right, World War III, which is a future prophecy to come, to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound. So yeah, it's coming, man. And you see, they just moved the clock up to 85 seconds until midnight, until doomsday, the judgment, okay, where missiles are going to be shot into the ends of the earth, man. Okay, and when you read it inside 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, all right, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13, it says, bear with me here, my hand hit the wrong chapter, the wrong book. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13, and it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. See, a regular arrow, a regular bow and arrow can't shoot from one end of the earth to another. Only an intercontinental ballistic missile could do that. All right, and during World War III, that's what's going to happen. Okay, missiles are going to be sent to the daughter of Babylon, okay, aka America, and different parts of the earth, back and forth to different parts of the earth. Okay, Israel. Okay, that's what it is. It's written in the scriptures, man. All right, so I'm going to end it there, Lord, willing you were edified, giving all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Salutation and citations to the brothers out there that are laboring and pushing this truth in truth and in sincerity and in charity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. With that, until the next time, Shalom.